behind the scene, wish I fail. I can tell the love is fake, I'm used to keeping it real. So when the energy is off, then I believe what I closest ones to me is who hurt me the most. I can see through a phony like they turn to a ghost.
All right, guys, welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. Today we got a very special episode. As you can see, we got Nicky Mac back in the fucking building over here, and we got two very special guests on the show. Two local up-and-coming rappers making a big name in the world around here. We got PB Mogul over here. We've known him for a long time, and he's got one of his homeboys with him, Blaze, the rap bully. What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
All right, man.
Everything is good, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
Good to have you guys in the studio. I mean, we've been talking about doing this for a minute now, so it's good to have you guys here.
Yes, sir.
Good to be here.
So we're just gonna do like a little interview, especially with you. No offense, but you just kind of came with him, so we're just gonna kind of do his shit for right now.
I'm here for the chit chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so like I was just saying, we've obviously known you for a little bit. Mac went to. That's Macrina's nickname for all you guys that don't know. We call him Nicky Mac over
Money
here.
Mac. Money Mac, you heard?
To start out a little bit.
Yeah, you lead the show a little bit because you know him more than I do. So why don't you? This is going to be a little different since this is Macrina's friend. Obviously, I've known you. I know you came to parties at my house and
That's
shit.
a fact.
I've been to your apartment before. Yeah,
legendary parties.
Yeah, for sure. So back in the day.
So take it away, baby.
So we didn't meet through college, right? We didn't.
Nah,
but we
not
met
through college. We was both going to college, but we ain't meet through college.
Yeah, they both went to H-Trip, right?
Right. So I went just to sell weed because I thought.
Oh, we're gonna say that. You're gonna say that? Okay, all right.
I don't give a
I mean,
fuck.
statute of limitations.
That's 10 years.
A lot of people did shit like that.
Right.
Let's not get it
So
twisted.
I didn't even almost graduate high school, right? But I thought as a business project, I would sell weed at college and bring it on me into class, and people would be like, yo, where'd you get that? And then I would sell weed through college. I lived in the town of Herkimer and sold weed at college.
You want to say that one more time so that they can
The
hear
real
it?
entrepreneur spirit right there.
Yeah. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna make some real fucking money off these motherfuckers. Anyways, we were hanging out with a couple different kids at the time. It was Scoot, one of our good friends.
Well, hold on. To be specific, Scott Blaze, because there's also I also have a good have a good friend who has been on the show. His name is also Scoot.
Okay.
So around here we have two Scoots running around the valley. So this is
Scooter.
Scotty Blaze.
Yeah, Scotty
McGavin.
Blaze.
Scooter McGavin. Shout out.
Scooter McGavin, we'll call him for the show.
So it was Scoot I was hanging out with, and Rick McCree, and another kid named Mark Zito that was more friends with you. I hated him. I'll say it right now.
I don't know who he is.
Shout out to Mark, man. That's still my guy. I don't know what the fuck y'all had going on, but
I don't even know who the fuck
Mark.
he is. I'm sure if I saw him, I would know who he was, but I don't. The name.
I'm
I
sure
don't
he's
know.
cool. I'm sure he's cool now, but
No. The can. Yeah. Don't ash in this.
So we were chilling for the day. We were smoking.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers got me
As
all
we
fucked
did.
up. As that was a thing back in the day.
Grabber.
Yeah. Hold on.
Fonzo.
I gotta stop you real quick. You have to explain what that is because
Hot grabber.
before we got rolling, before the mics
Put the
got
pack
hot.
up in front of the camera real quick so the people can see.
Yeah, before the mics.
In case y'all ain't know, Fonto leaf, hot grabber, whatever the fuck grabber is.
Yeah, let me see it. Put it right up in here.
You see it, Rasta leaf.
Get that shit away from me.
That's
Keith,
Fonto leaf.
Keith,
It's
zoom
just
in on
dried
that
out
shit.
and crushed up. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
It's good.
It's popular. A lot of people
It's good.
smoke that shit, especially if you from New York.
It's not
That shit
nothing
is-
new. It's not nothing
No.
new.
I
That
never
shit's
even-
awesome if
What
you're
was
into
that?
it.
We was 15 years ago smoking that shit.
Probably.
Dude, the
That's when it
first
first
time
started coming around, though. I mean, what was it, like Jamaican people were smoking that shit? That's what
called-
I thought it was.
I think it's Caribbean.
Yeah,
it
so
comes from the
Caribbean. So
It
you
fucks
introduced
you
us to
up.
it, and I remember you were like, "Nah, I'm just gonna put a little bit on it." I'm like looking at you, and you're literally sprinkling a small amount on it, and we'd smoke it. And I'd have to go down 3 stories of this motherfucker's house, dude. Talk to 24 fucking people on the way down, going, peace, yo, peace. By the time I got to the bottom of the stairs, I forgot what I was doing, whether I was coming or leaving. I didn't even know.
That's a fact. You guys
That's
used to
how
come to
fucked
the
up it was.
it'd be 20 people outside on
Yeah.
the porch.
Yeah.
I was on the top floor.
The top, the back room, all the way in the back.
30 people in between every
dude.
floor.
Those apartments were
checking
fucking
you along
wild,
the way.
bro.
Yo, there was
Say, yo,
Toast. Remember
yo,
Toast? He'd
Toast
always-
man, yeah. Shout out to Toast man. My son Dollars, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's
That
a
was
lot
a
of
time.
cool,
That was
lot
a
of cool
time.
motherfuckers there,
What
man.
what a time to be alive. But yeah, that's Fonto Leaf and Grabber.
Yeah.
Hold on, you guys knew a person named Toast?
So listen, let me get into that, right?
We're
So
just
I'm
gonna
thinking-
skip over
Yo,
that.
so-
You
Hold
know
on,
a person named Toast?
let me get into this, right? So,
about to
oh my bad, I'm
get
screaming.
into the name.
So I'm sitting there one day and I'm like, man, this
Motherfucker
dude's
named
like, I'm scared to
Toast.
death of this dude. I'm walking, I'm a little white boy walking through, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You gotta
This dude's name
explain.
is
Hold,
Toast.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I know I'm terrible with that.
You're the worst at it, but go
I've
ahead.
gotten better. I've gotten a lot better. Ask Lindsay.
He's about to get into the story.
I know.
of the
Hold
name.
on, but you gotta explain your living situation at that point, because when you go to H triple, you don't just have like your own apartment or your own. I mean, you
Oh, yeah,
can
that's true.
you can live on campus, you can live in the dorms, you can do all that shit. But around here, it's a community college, so like there's a section in Herkimer that honestly, it's one street that has several houses on it that houses
Prospect.
tons of fucking
Prospect,
kids that go to the
baby.
college. So when you walk in, it's like it's a communal house, and every room is a different dorm basically. That's a fact. So your house, I remember the first time I ever went there, dude, it's like he said, it's three floors or four. It was four, wasn't it? Or was it three?
It was 3.
No, it was 3.
Okay. So it was 3 floors, and every floor had how many fucking rooms on it?
Probably
At
6.
least 5, 6. Yeah.
Exactly.
Every
so you
floor,
got
though.
you got 18 motherfuckers living in one house.
The top floor where I stayed at, the third floor only had 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
But the other 2 had like 5, 6 each.
Exactly. So I mean,
and multiple people staying
exactly.
in each room.
there wasn't
And you
just
don't.
one- yeah, that's
it
what I'm
ain't like
saying.
you fucking are going in there knowing who these people are, like they're your boys, and you're throwing down on your first
I
apartment.
mean, I knew them, but
Right, but
I
then-
know
No, I
some of
didn't.
them when I first moved in. I knew some of them already, not everyone.
Right, but it's not like me and Nick. Oh, hey, we're moving out of our parents' house. Let's get this apartment and throw down. You're coming down here to go to college, and you're fucking moving into this house with 18 ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different living environment than what most people are used to.
It was me, and it was like probably 30 different dudes from the city.
Exactly.
And every floor was like the Bronx was on
Right.
the bottom
Yeah.
floor.
Exactly.
Brooklyn was
Yeah,
on the
dude, it
second
was like
floor.
that, too. That's
See,
crazy.
what people don't understand is a lot of people come down from New York City
Soccer,
to go to
you got
school
soccer,
at H triple.
You know what I mean? All that. A lot of people.
And
a
I
lot of
had
kids
knew
play
and I
soccer.
had knew a few of them prior to me living there. That's how I became
Right.
a part of that and started living there, because I already knew a few of them.
Got you.
And they told me they had like a room open.
Okay.
And the you remember Al, Big Al, the
Remember
fucking
him coming on
landlord.
the porch just screaming at all of
Yeah,
us?
that
I'm
was
sitting
that
there
was
like,
crazy.
What the fuck is
that
going
was
on?
crazy.
That
But
dude
yeah,
was
so
drunk.
he's like one of the main little landlords.
Right,
in
the
Herc that be-
slumlord. He's a
I
motherfucking
ain't wanna- I
slumlord.
ain't wanna
Let's
say-
let's call a fucking
I-
spade a
I
spade.
fuck-
The motherfucker's a
I
slumlord. Come
fuck-
on now.
I fuck with Big Al, but yeah, you know.
You got a name
I
like
guess that's
Big
what
Al,
I-
you got to
I
be
liked him
doing
too.
something.
I liked him, but man,
But that
he
shit
was
he
a-
did that
a
day was
fucking
crazy,
he
and
was a
that
racist
shit was nasty.
motherfucking Douchebag.
That was nasty. That was nasty work.
So
All right, yeah,
so
back to the toast. I'm
so
sorry.
I'm
You got to
walking-
have backstory,
the
dude.
I'm
toast.
walking through. There's I can't even remember names, but they were all cool as fuck. And I remember there was Toast, and he'd always stop and talk to me, and you know what I mean. He was just a cool ass dude.
Was his
And I,
nickname
like-
Jam?
And so I walked upstairs, and I'm like, yo, what's up with Toast? I'm like, is it like toasting motherfuckers? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he
Come
a
on, are
killer?
you
like,
fucking
I'm
kidding
like,
me?
oh, bro, I'm like, is he a killer?
I
or
would have
some shit,
assumed that
right?
he was just a stoner.
Paul goes, nah, he just likes toast. Dying laughing, dude.
See,
I'm like, oh,
Shout
shit.
out to my guy Toast, man. That shit is hilarious. I knew you were gonna bring that shit up
dude.
too.
Yo,
I knew
'cause
it.
I mean, I grew a friendship
Yeah,
with all those
real
dudes
shit.
too, because
Nah,
I was
that's a
always in
fact.
that house every day. I mean,
Shout out to Horace.
made a
I
lot
know
of friends.
somebody
Horace,
named
yeah.
Toasty.
Yeah.
See, I would just
Yeah.
if that was your nickname, I would just assume that you were a stoner because we were
Toasted.
smoking so much weed.
Toasted.
I mean, I don't smoke anymore, which you guys are obviously
That was probably part of it too. Honestly.
But back then, I was smoking like a motherfucker. So if I ever came across somebody or like met somebody and they're introduced me, like I have one of the dumbest nicknames ever. So we were just talking about it before the mics heated up. Like my name's
Do the
B-Rag.
people already know that?
Yeah, I did a whole story. They all know.
Let's
so
not get
They know
into
the
that.
story.
We'll be here for
Yeah.
4
no,
and a
there's
half
a whole
B-Rag.
episode. There's a whole episode where I go down and I explain the whole B-Rag saga. But I don't. When PB came in the building, he's like, I go, yo, he got his buddy with him, and I introduced myself as Alex, and he's like, oh man, he's like, you don't go by B-Rag anymore, and I'm like, I do, but it's just, I don't know, it's weird when you get older to introduce yourself as your nickname, and if I ever met somebody named Toast back in the day, I would have just assumed that they were a huge stoner. and been like, "Oh, this dude just toasted all the time."
That's not what Mag was
So
thinking.
his
Oh, I thought I
nickname
was
is
walking through a
Toasted.
house of killers, just fucking. I was just, you know what I mean?
That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying.
And I'll just never forget how fucking I was like, oh, for real? It's just toast. He likes toast to the way you said it. And I was waiting for him
that's so
afterwards to say
funny.
something, but nothing. That was it.
That was it. True story.
But yeah,
So going back to that, like Horace lived in the house for a while, right? And then he moved out down the street.
Horace was like one of the first friends I had.
that name
in
sounds
that
really
crib.
familiar to me.
Dude, wicked.
probably-
I've had to have met him
You
because
came-
that name sounds familiar.
He came up to my spot before.
A
He
few
probably
times.
Was
A
chilling.
few times.
He probably was chilling with us.
Yeah.
He was
He's
one
in
of-
art, like he's always
He was
drawing.
one of my best friends.
Yeah,
still one of my
all
best
right,
friends to this
okay.
day. Yeah.
Remember him drawing all that shit? Like, he's a good
Yeah.
artist.
The music video I just shot down the city with 38 Special. We shot a scene in the Bronx, and that was at Horror Spot.
No shit, dude.
yeah,
That's
we still-
dude.
we
You're
still-
fucking
we
bobbing
still
and
cool
weaving,
people.
dude. That shit's awesome as fuck, dude. I
Trying,
love
we're
it.
working.
That's why I wanted you on the show, dude. I'm like, this
Killing
guy's making fucking moves, dude. It's
Listen,
awesome as
Working,
hell.
baby. We working.
I'm not trying to say nothing, but I remember when you would lay shit out for me. We'd be sitting up in the apartment, dude, listening, right? And I always used to tell you, dude.
Wait,
didn't I?
were you spitting
You
back
gotta
then
fucking-
too?
I did.
Oh, bro, dude, this kid would write shit down, and he'd be saying it and like laying it out, and I'd be like, dude, why don't you fucking do that? Like, you're killing it, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
we
so I always wrote and like rapped and shit like that. Like if we was friends, you probably knew that I liked to do it and shit like that. I would be at parties, freestyling, all that kind of shit. But I never like recorded or put music out or nothing like that. I started pursuing this shit and recording my music a little later on. Actually.
right.
Yeah.
Well, so like, let's get into that. So I don't know. You obviously we talked before. Let's as much as you feel comfortable with, let's do the story of PB Mogul. Like, how'd your life, like your childhood, how'd you grow up? Like, do the whole thing.
Let's do it.
So just, I mean, you grew up in Utica, yeah? No.
West Utica, born and raised.
Okay. So, how were your family, stuff like that? Was that all? Did you have like a normal childhood? Was it a little like
Single.
whatever you feel comfortable with? I mean,
I
don't.
got you. Single parent household. You know, my father passed away when I was young.
Oh shit! Condolences.
No doubt, appreciate that. And you know, I grew up with my mother. You know, she's kind of who raised me. We lived in West Utica. I lived in the Wick building.
So-
from Utica, you're probably familiar with that. And I go ahead.
Sorry. I get so confused because obviously I know Utica really well. So, what is West Utica? Because I know where North Utica is really well because my dad owns a warehouse in North Utica. So that I know where North Utica is, but I'm a fucking retard. Sorry, I say terrible
tell you,
things.
I was born and raised in Utica. West Utica start around probably Sunset Avenue.
Which is so like I know Bleecker
that
Street, fucking Mohawk Street,
That's the
James
east
Street.
side. That's
That's
the east
east.
side.
That's
That's the
east.
east side.
Okay, all right, got you.
Let me think. If you going down, if you coming,
So you're talking
into
about,
Utica,
like,
if you coming
commercial
into Utica
drive
from
and
5S,
shit?
Nah, that's like
Nah,
New
that's New
Hartford.
Hartford and shit. If
Oh,
you
see, I just say it's
See,
all.
like, we
I
don't
just
know.
say it's
Look,
all
look,
fucking Utica.
I'm gonna tell you, coming from the valley, I'm gonna tell you, if you
Right.
go down 5S and you're coming into Utica from 5S,
Okay, you got Broad Street right
that's
there.
Broad Street, and you go down to Riscony Street.
Okay.
that's 5S extended.
Right.
That's a
I call it Commercial Drive. Right
It
from
eventually turns into
right.
It,
I
kinda.
call it Commercial Drive from the second you get into Utica.
Do you know where that Dunkin' Donuts is? On the left, if you're going down to Riscony Street,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go past like the auditorium,
Yup.
and the police station, and all that.
100%.
Shit. There's a Dunkin' Donuts there on the left
Yeah.
side. That's kind of like if you're coming from that direction. That's kind of like the start of West Utica. If you take a left there,
so
like,
over
you
by
get-
the
lower
brewery
west
and
side.
shit.
Yep.
So you're like over by the brewery and shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Brewery,
yep.
that's by the
I was like up the block from there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like where the mental hospital used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
right over
see,
there.
you got.
I grew up.
I know
like, right over
exactly
there.
where you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Okay.
I lived all over West Utica, but mostly I was in that area.
Got you. All right. No doubt.
Yeah, grew up there. Like I said, with my mom, she raised me. You know, we single. Like I said, she's a single mother. You know, we kind of had a little rough growing up or whatever. We not the worst of the worst, definitely not the best of the best. And,
Right.
You know, we made the best of our situation and everything. Later on, so I had humble beginnings. A little later on in life, probably when I was like around like 15 years old, I moved in with my grandmother.
Gotcha.
My mom lost custody of me. I moved in with my grandmother,
Okay.
and she was a little more well off. She lived in a nicer part of town on the outskirts of Utica, New York Mills.
Oh, okay.
And so I started going to school over there.
Yep.
And so I kind of got to like experience the best of both worlds. You feel
Yeah,
me?
I was just gonna say you got to experience a little bit of everything. You came up from a little bit of a struggle, we'll say, and then you got to get a little bit of the taste of the good life, a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It probably wasn't
Better
as
off,
bad
better
as
off.
it. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't as bad as so. That's
Being
cool.
young though, you know, you don't
understand
always
it.
understand and
You don't
appreciate it
understand-
at the
yeah,
time.
exactly.
You feel me? So I
Yup.
was a little rebellious and shit.
Yeah.
I dropped out of
Me
high
too.
school within like a year after moving over there and living with my grandmother.
100%,
Unfortunately, you know what I mean?
Buddy, I'm right there.
Shout out to Mima, that's my grandmother.
Yo, right on, bro. That's what my daughter.
love.
That's what my daughter calls my mom,
Yeah,
Mima.
no doubt, yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
love that, I
so
love that.
I'm the same way, dude. I mean, my friends know I'm a fucking rich kid,
Okay.
but you wouldn't know that
Right.
from meeting me.
Right.
I mean, my dad is very well
I
off.
kind of suspected it a little bit. No,
Shut the fuck up. No, there's no way.
Polo, isn't it?
Yeah, I wore this for you. Okay, just saying.
Okay.
I
I like
literally.
that.
Wear a fucking
that.
polo.
So I
He got his drip right.
Yeah,
for
I
that
texted
episode.
Nick and I'm like, I'm like PB's always like dressed to the nines. I'm like, he's always looking fresh and shit in all of his pictures and videos. I'm like, he's gonna be on camera. I'm like, so he's probably gonna roll up looking good. Dude, like I was telling your boy, I'm like, I usually wear because I sweat so much over here, dude. And we can sit here for fucking hours. You know what I mean? So usually I'm rocking a fucking haggard ass cutoff with like shorts underneath because you can't see my legs.
I like that. I appreciate that. You
So I fucking
stepped it up,
yeah.
boy.
I texted Nick and I'm like, bro,
I
I'm like,
look all right,
I'm
right?
like, we gotta wear polos, and he's like, polos.
You had that shit on when I met you, bro.
I no doubt that. That's for sure.
But yeah, no. Back to what I was saying. I feel you on that. I actually lost what I was saying. But yeah, I was a rich kid. But you know, I got into some shit. I dropped out of high school. I did all that.
Yeah,
I
but
was
listen,
hanging out with
let me
fucking.
put it this way for you. We both grew up with parents that had money, right?
Right,
But
yeah,
we
yeah.
also were taught to work hard for our shit.
Right.
And we never were them like bougie.
I was
asshole
never
kids
bougie.
That thought we were better.
I mean,
than
look at me.
everybody.
Do
Like,
I look bougie to you?
No, I hung out with everybody in high school. You know?
I hated you in high school.
I hated you too. You were such a bitch.
hated
Y'all
each
was
other.
beefing in high school?
Oh,
Oh,
dude, our
dude.
whole childhood we hated
Oh,
each other,
word? So-
and now we're best friends.
Yeah.
It's
So
wild.
Funny how
he
that
was like
shit
the
go, right?
skater kid, right? And I
Always.
was like the biker kid. Like I rode a bike, he rode a skateboard. I was terrible at skateboarding, so I was probably jealous. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
But like that's why I know Utica so well, is because when I was about 13, 14 years old, me and my skater crew, we'll say, started going to Hannah Park and skating at the old skate park. And we made friends with the people that lived there. They called themselves the PD crew, the Piss Drunk crew. The guy had a house over on Culver Ave. So we used
I
to
heard of that shit. So
yeah, it was huge. They had a huge. I mean, before if social media was a thing back then, and they were on it or like got their hands on it, they would have been a social media phenomenon, because these motherfuckers were like, I don't know. I was 13, so they probably had to be in their mid 20s, but like not working. Excuse me, sorry. Like scamming girls, like fucking girls, and like taking their money, and like they're
Piss drunk crew.
Right.
What else you expect?
Exactly. So doing that whole thing, but
talking
just
about?
like living that punk skater life
Yeah.
back in fucking 2006 before it was even a thing. And that's what we did. We went there, we met them, and we fucking started doing the same shit. And I was only 13 years old, 14 years old. Like, motherfucker, we were talking about it on a couple episodes back. Dude punched a window out, severed one of the arteries. This is at a party at his house. Severed an artery in his forearm. Died in my ex-girlfriend's car. And they were on the parkway, stuck at a red light on their way to the hospital, and they were behind an ambulance. So they ran up to the window and were smashing on this motherfucker's door. And that's the only thing that saved this dude's life. It was wild. Shout out Eddie and Dylan Day. I don't know if you guys ever are seeing this. I'm sure Dylan has seen it. But Eddie, shout out, guys. I mean, I've known you forever. But yeah, those are the motherfuckers that I used to kick it with in Utica when I was a little motherfucker. So it's just wild because it's like two different worlds. You know what I mean?
It's funny too because Hannah Park. You didn't know where West Utica is. You said Hannah Park.
Well, like I said, I'm just an idiot,
it
dude.
wasn't that far.
Right? Yeah.
Shit.
I'm just an idiot.
Basically, West Utica.
My directions are horrible. I can't do fractions, so you know.
Yo, you want to know some funny shit, bro? I was at the store the other day.
I can do drug math. That's about it.
I was at Dollar General, and they didn't like they registers or calculators. Some shit wasn't working. I don't know, and the girl had to give me change and shit. I think my shit came to like fucking, I don't know, like $8.40 or some shit.
Yeah.
And I gave her a 10.
Oh
And
shit.
so I see, yo, bro. So I see her. She like looking at the shit, looking at the money for mad long, like, and I see her like looking up, like kind of thinking to herself, like she trying to do the math, figure it out because she can't punch it
would've
in.
been counting on
it's
my
not
fingers.
working,
Crazy.
bro. $10 minus $8.40, bro.
Like
Yeah.
$8.60.
It's pretty
That-
easy.
that-
Yeah, even I could have done that
I gave
one.
her a minute though, and I was like,
It would have been 280, right?
I was kind of in a hurry though. I was kind.
160.
What is it? Hold on. What'd you say?
My total was
wasn't
it was something like this, but I said $8.40, and I gave
Oh, I
her.
thought you said 860.
Either way, that ain't $2.80, bro.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, I forgot. So it would have been 160.
Either way, yeah.
See,
yeah, yeah.
That's
one,
why I
it would have
love
been
it.
160.
So
I love
I
it.
told
I was
you.
in a rush though, and I told her, I was like, yeah, it's $1.60. So she put it in though, bro. So she go to get the change together. She don't say nothing. She just starts getting it together, and then all of a sudden she goes, "Wow, you're exactly right." And I was like, "Damn."
That's easy.
I said, and I was kind of asshole. I was like, "Yeah, I know like basic math."
Yeah, what the fuck? Dude, she probably grew up with this common core shit.
I know it's kind of, yeah, that shit different.
That's what I'm saying.
I tried to help my little cousin with some math one time.
Dude,
My
it's
son's in it right
terrible.
now.
Yeah,
They was doing like multiplication, but they had them like dividing and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
weird, bro.
it was
So
different shit.
our kids are the same age. They're only a couple months apart. Ironically, my daughter the other day, I don't know about you, my daughter brought homework home, and I do her homework with her all the time, which is probably not a good thing, but, you know, it's easy right now.
As you should.
Dude, they fucking... No, I'm saying because I'm stupid.
1/2 plus 1/2 is 3/4.
Yeah. So, literally,
280.
it is a diagram of a human body, right? It's a diagram of a human chest, like torso.
Right.
And you have to cut out the pieces of the organs and glue them into the appropriate spot of where they go. Girl's 7 years old. Like,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie. I don't think I
crazy.
could do that shit.
I had to
be
look
honest.
it
I
up
don't think I could do that
because
shit.
I didn't know some of the words, like the terminology. I didn't know it. So
He said esophagus.
aorta. Do you know what an aorta is? Because I don't.
It's to your heart.
Man,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But they showed both of them on. Dude, I had to look up the diagram on Google.
The Order is the band
Yeah,
that used to
exa-
play at Coachella back in '89. That's what it was.
Exactly. But yeah, dude, it's fucking wild. But anyway,
It's
so
different now. It's different.
it's wild,
that
dude.
Common Core shit. I don't know what the hell.
Yo, come up
I
on the
don't know
mic just
how
a little
to-
bit.
And the thing is
Yeah. If
the
you're
thing
gonna
is,
back up, just bring it to you. This thing moves all over the place. You can literally
Like-
you can bring it with you wherever you gotta go.
like, you know, when we were younger, we always used to say, like, I'm never going to use this shit. What the fuck is this? You know,
I
what
know.
I mean? Now it's like, what the fuck are you going to use WX squared times 17 plus 48?
Right.
None of that.
Mine,
You
you're
know
a
what I mean?
contractor and you don't even fucking use it.
I
You
will
were-
say, so when I
like
joined
measuring you do and shit.
So when
and
I joined,
fractions, which I'm terrible at.
so when I joined the Pipe Fitters Union, yeah, that's a big thing of it.
I have a retard measuring tape that has every fraction.
Oh my
in,
God.
It's a Stanley. It's in my toolbox at my mom's. It's got every fraction in between every inch, and it tells you exactly what it is. It saved my ass so many times.
So when I joined the Pipe Fitters Union, this guy's like, yeah, all you got to do is use the Pythagorean theorem. And fucking
Yeah, say that
I
again.
forgot
Hold on,
that
say
shit.
that
I
word one
forgot
more
that
time.
Pythagorean theorem. And
I still don't
find-
think
like
you're
that.
saying it right.
Pythagorean
be.
theorem.
Is it?
It's Pythagorean
All right.
theorem.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
I didn't put
It
the
was
pi
close.
in it, but
Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, I thought Pythagorean.
I said theorem. Theorem.
Pythagorean.
What the
See,
fuck?
this word is fucked
Anyway,
up. That's
got
what I'm
me
saying.
fucked
Yeah.
up.
He hit me with that, and he's like, yeah, just use that, which is a squared plus b squared equals c
C
squared.
squared, that I
So,
remember.
and I had to find like a 45-degree angle at the Wynn Hospital, put these pipes in. I did all the steam lines, right? So I'm like, okay, I got this. He comes back and goes, what the fuck is that, dude? I had it going like this. It was fucking crazy, bro. He's
So
like, how
you-
the fuck did you get that?
So you the reason this shit fall
why
apart.
Yeah, right.
I had nothing to do with that, brother. I did the fucking heat, the steam lines, and the condensate. That's it, baby.
That's why fucking they ain't taking no patience and sending
Hey,
them to Upstate.
it was warm.
That's
It
what
was
I heard.
warm.
It was warm.
That's all they said. They didn't say nothing about it being warm.
Had y'all paying in the heat.
Dude, he put it on his. I mean, can I say this on your Snapchat when it
I
flooded?
do Snapchat.
Bro, I have so many videos
Dude,
of black
it
mold. I don't even give a
flooded,
fuck.
bro.
And I still got him.
Listen,
Win
hold on.
Hospital, come for me. I got you, bitch.
He walks into work one day. He walks into work one day, and Nick being Nick kicks the fucking door open, right? And obviously the building was nowhere near being done. But somebody fucked something up and the floor flooded.
Oh my God.
The water was on and the entire floor flooded. So he was like walking around in almost knee deep water.
Yup.
Damn.
Dude, it was
Unless it was the
like on
second floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
nothing but horror stories about
Bro,
that shit.
dude.
I would never. My grandfather, I was talking to him. He's 93. He got sick a couple months ago. They're
Go
like, where do you
somewhere
want us
else.
to bring him? He goes, not to win. That's all he could whisper. That's
Dude,
all he
except
could get
Little
out.
Falls. Either win. So basically go to Albany or Syracuse if you want to live.
Better off Little Falls.
Don't go to Little Falls.
Little
Don't go
Falls
to
is
Rome.
whack too?
Oh my God, dude.
That's the original one.
We say around here, you go to Little Falls to die.
Damn.
Like that's the thing.
It's like that.
It's horrible. Horrible.
Crazy.
So listen, let me break it down a little bit. So that Win Hospital, and I'm probably gonna get sued, but I don't have any money.
Well, it's
so
my
go ahead,
show,
sue me.
so they'll have to sue me first. And
Perfect.
Then,
But I ain't got no money, so you can sue me.
I got less than he does.
So
I ain't
we
trying
be
to get
working in
sued,
there.
so-
We be working in there.
He's just a
and
guest, people.
It was just like the worst conditions you could ever imagine. I'll just put it at that. The worst conditions, and they'd come in and be like, "Well, section C and B is going great. You guys were doing a great job." And you look over, and nothing was getting done.
And there's
it
a
was like-
waterfall coming from the ceiling.
yeah, like waterfalls. There'd be fucking trash everywhere. There's mold. It was fucking crazy, dude.
And no offense, I had a lot of friends that I knew, or I should say acquaintances, not even friends, that I knew that worked on that project. And most of them I wouldn't trust tying their own shoes.
No.
Let alone building.
me, though. Not me, Bill.
Literally
Yeah, you
building
know.
a facility that saves lives. Like this motherfucker.
It was a lot of people in the city that was against them building that.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I think everybody was.
That guy still has a sign up over
I
by
ain't into like all the politics. And
Yeah,
shit.
I was
don't
saying,
really
that's the
know
one
nothing
thing we've
about
agreed
it,
on.
But I know that a lot of people was against them building that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's still a guy that got the signs up right out front.
Yeah. There's a building like right across the
Yeah,
street.
that's
It's
what it is.
spray painted on
No
the window.
hospital downtown,
Yeah.
and it's right there, brother.
Wasn't it like the bar Gerber's? It was on when that shit was all
Right there.
boarded up and it was like spray painted in huge letters.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
hospital.
That's a fact.
I thought that.
But like, I don't understand. Like, I get it, but at the same time, like that was just a wasteland right there in that area. There was nothing right there.
Yeah, but you got to think how many homeless people used to live there that are now just on every single street corner that never bothered anybody, but now they're like cockroaches out in the open that have to fucking be in public.
I mean,
It's wild.
yeah, but you
Those
you're
abandoned
gonna-
buildings housed crackheads. We fucked up.
Nah,
I'm telling you right now, dude.
find another fucking crack house. Bro.
They're
It's just-
dude. I mean,
I don't know. I think
Whatever.
it's good. Let's not get into that.
anyway, back to your story, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry we went off on that
We're
tangent
interviewing
there.
PB
We're
here,
sitting
so
here
let's
talking
get
about
back to
Win
that.
Hospital
Yo,
and shit.
talk y'all shit.
Yeah, say that's the name of the show,
y'all
dude. And
shit.
if you guys are fucking fans, you guys know exactly how we do this. We fucking don't have topics. When we
Tangents.
interview people, we go off on tangents. There's no real fucking rhyme or reason to this at all, and that's why it works so good. But anyways, back to your interview, buddy.
So we're not talking about crackheads no more.
No, I mean unless you want to.
Hey, explain to us a little bit about crack and your history with West Utica.
Yeah, how many crackheads do you know?
West Utica is one of those places, man. It's one
Oh,
of those
that's
places.
everywhere, dude.
Here,
One of
spin
those
your
places.
mic a little bit so it's facing your mouth a little bit.
Look at him. He's just yelling
More
at
like
you.
I'm
that.
no, the other way.
Now hold it with two hands.
Chill.
Yeah, no, just like that. That's perfect. Just so
no Diddy.
there you go. Now I can hear
We
you
ain't doing
perfect.
that.
See,
This
much
better?
much better, much
No
much
doubt.
better.
No
Because
diddling.
no
Yeah.
offense, like when
No
you hear
diddling.
when you
No
hear the
diddling.
audio recordings, it'll sound like you're 20 feet away.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We don't want that.
yeah. No, I want everybody to hear you good. So, but anyway, so back
Yeah,
to your
you know.
childhood. You moving in with grandma.
Yes.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
No doubt. So yeah, I was living with me and my, and not for too long. Like I said, I got kicked out of school, got kicked out the crib.
Right.
After that, I was kind of like on the streets for a bit. I was even homeless for a little bit. That was probably for like a year or two after that.
What age were you think?
17.
Dude, that's got to be gnarly being fucking like on your own and shit, homeless a little bit at 17
Yeah.
years old. That can't be easy.
Nah, yeah, but fucking, I always been resilient, so I
Right.
figured it out.
Adapt and overcome, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not facts. So I was fucked up for a little bit. I ended up kind of getting my shit together. I got me a little job Tony's little pizzeria.
Yeah. All right.
Right on the Parkway.
Right on the Parkway.
There.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say
I
right
was
next to
working over there
Bagel
a little
Grove.
bit. So I had a uncle who lived in Colorado, and I was talking to him a little bit, you know, kind of telling him my circumstances and all that shit, and he was like, yeah, you know, I got, you know, some opportunity out here for you if you want to come out. You can stay with me for a little bit and all that. So
Hell yeah.
I ended up moving out to Colorado. I lived out there for
dude.
like a year and a half, which was a dope experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Way different than out
yeah,
here.
culture shock for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was dope though. I loved it. So I was working out there. I was working at like fucking Walmart, and I was working at a bank. I worked at Wendy's for a little
Hold on.
bit.
What the fuck did you do at a bank?
I was a
Colorado.
teller. I was a teller. Yeah.
No
You was seeing cowgirls and shit.
When I first moved out there, it was a small ass town, bro, and it really was shit like that. When I worked at Walmart, it was this
Cowgirl.
small ass town.
Short
Motherfuckers
shorts with
walking
the
in with
boots.
cowboy boots and shit, cowgirl
right,
boots.
right where I belong.
But I only
baby.
lived there for a little bit, and then I lived in Colorado Springs and Denver.
So that's
which
more
is both-
city. That's more city.
Which is both big. Like Denver's got more than 1 million people. Colorado Springs probably like 3-4 times the size of like Syracuse.
Yeah. It's like
So
a
they're
metropolitan or whatever they
those
call
are
it.
bigger cities. So that was more like city like and shit like that. But that first little town I lived in, that shit was crazy, bro.
That
like
shit
fucking
that was a
riding
culture
horses-
shock for real. That was a
Riding
culture
horses
shock.
down the main boulevard and shit.
And, you know,
I got
so
the horses in the
I was just
back.
doing whatever. Yeah. And you know, weed was just becoming like legal and shit out there and all that too.
Yeah, they were
So-
the first. They were the first.
So you know,
I
was
never dated a
doing my
country
thing.
girl. I wonder what that's
That-
like.
yeah,
A country girl.
Oh, I got a
It was
couple
a
cousins
couple
I
of
can
them, bro.
introduce you,
Got some
brother.
country girl.
I
Yeah,
have
got
some
you,
fucking
cuz.
country
I
cousins
got
you
you,
can
cuz.
meet. But yeah, no, Colorado was
it
the
was
first.
fucking dope though.
They were the first state to legalize recreational marijuana, not California. People forget that because California, it was so normalized, and it was the California culture was smoking weed and like, you know, the beach bum life and all that shit, and it was decriminalized in a lot of cities in California. But what people don't know, a lot of people don't know, is that Colorado was the first. Sorry, I didn't know
Yo,
what
what the
I
fuck,
didn't know what
bro?
it was. I'm sorry, but Colorado was the first state that legalized recreational marijuana. Yeah,
No shit. I thought
Yeah.
it
So I
Cali,
was,
so no
you know, so
probably loving that shit.
I
huh?
always, I was gonna say smoking. I was hustling, doing my thing a little bit, like, you
They
know
got
what I mean?
good shit out there.
That
What
shit
do you
was
mean?
fire,
That's
I'm
where-
not gonna lie, yeah.
Dude, when
it's
I-
different though, like, cause out there, like the climate and shit
It's
is
way
different.
better.
I mean,
It's-
obviously
it's
there's
like
indoor and
meant
all
for
that,
it,
but
right?
it was more like it's more dry, like it's more cured and like it was
Elevation.
more dry.
It's all
Yeah.
about the elevation, dude. So
It was fucking gas though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Colorado's
That's
got
a
some
good
gas.
weed, yeah.
But yeah. So that was, you know, that was dope as fuck. They had the weed culture going like crazy out there. They was like one of the, like you said, the first states on it.
pioneers, baby.
I was only out there for like a year and a half. But I kind of, like I said, I was working a lot, hustling, doing my thing, kind of getting my shit straight. And
So-
then I came back out here because I decided that I wanted to start going to college.
I was just gonna say, let's fast forward. How the hell did you end up going to H Trip? But
Exactly.
anyway, you were my bad.
Nah, you good? I got you.
I'm an
I got you.
interrupter. That's what I do.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
So yeah, I moved back out to New York, back to Utica, and I ain't graduate, so
Right.
I was like, I gotta figure out something. I gotta either get my GED or Herc had like some little fucking program that if you take their, you know, the test they give you like when
yeah.
you first
It's
start
like an
college.
equivalency, or no, it's like test like where they're supposed to put you and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had some shit where like if you score a high enough score that they'll let you start part time.
Right.
And I fucking got that shit,
Hell yeah.
whatever. And so I started there part time. I really wasn't focused all the way at the
Yeah,
time or
no
whatever.
shit, that's how we met you.
exactly.
Bro,
So
that was-
now, like you said, we can fast forward to us linking and meeting and all that shit. I ended up getting my shit with school later on. I ended up graduating from MV.
Oh, hell yeah. Congratulations.
And SUNY later on. I went
Fuck
for
yeah.
computer science.
Nice.
Words.
That's
So
a good degree to
It
have
all,
these
it
days.
all worked out. Yeah, nah, it was good. It was a good experience. You feel me?
Well, especially in the field that you're in. I mean, computer science, just the recording aspect, like all of that. I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
everything is digital, even being
Is that
on
part of
fucking
that, or
social
is-
media.
Not really.
No,
but
it's not.
Computer science is more like programming and shit like that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see. I'm an idiot. I had no fucking idea.
Which was hard as fuck, by the way. I ain't gonna lie.
Who the fuck knows how to code?
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
Your boy.
You just fucking hit weird letters and put them together and it does something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a dude that's been hacking my Facebook for the past 10 years. I just realized it, too.
PB motherfucking
Always
Mogul.
posting PB shit, too. I knew it was him.
It's always showing up on
That's
my
a
feed
fact.
for some reason.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, there you go. I figured it out.
And then
Y'all
he'd
ain't
give it
even
back
know.
after, though.
Word.
Yeah, so those were some of the best times of my life, man, when we were chilling out there. I mean, I had my apartment
We
right
had
down the
fun.
street.
You did.
Yup. Remember, I thought I was a thug, dude?
Yeah,
I had
you did.
fucking-
Yo, we used to make
Yo.
fun of you so bad.
I used to have
thought I was
fucking...
a thug.
Oh, I was selling mad
Dude,
weed.
he thought he was a gangster in that Honda Civic. Come on.
There was things I had that I won't
We was
speak
selling
about.
everything.
I won't speak about, but I did a lot of some, big shit back in the day.
Big
And
shit.
I thought I was a man. I thought I was fucking... Who's the big...
Man, you can speak about it, man. That's
No, I
the
can't.
past.
Not the shit I had.
No, we don't need to talk. We don't need to get into
Nah,
that.
you
man.
still can. But anyway, what was you saying?
You can't get in trouble.
Oh, I don't.
I can't get in trouble for shit 10 years ago?
Yeah, you can. Don't fucking say anything.
Especially-
Listen,
alright.
there's people that watch this
Yo.
that are. I just wouldn't. Just watch what you say.
We was having fun. We was,
Yeah,
we
we
was
was-
getting
yeah.
money. We was partying.
If you
we was-
if you know us,
We
you know what the
introduced
fuck was
Paul
going
or
on.
PB to so many things, like the tubing. That was
yeah.
fucking
Oh,
awesome.
so
we were
yeah,
talking
before
about
that was one of the dope parts of coming out there. and being
Before
with
the
y'all.
mics heated up, yeah, tell that story, dude, because
going
that's
mudding
hilarious,
and shit, dude, right? You went mudding with us.
Nah, I
right?
didn't go mudding, but
No?
y'all told me 1,000 stories about it.
that was
Yeah,
the
they put
best.
me on to all the greater outdoor activities and fucking all the
Smoking
valley
joints
shit.
next to cricks, just chilling.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yo, nah, that was dope though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit
that's
was
like
fire.
the best thing ever,
That
dude.
shit was
Was like,
fire.
Going
Nice-
mudding. What's
nice
going
sunny
mudding?
day.
you don't know what
What's
mudding is?
mudding? Like-
So you get a big jacked up 4x4 vehicle. So
okay, yeah,
So
I
like
know what it
you
is.
pulled up, you saw the two trucks out there. So you get one of those. You put it. Probably
No,
a shittier
big Jeep.
You get a yeah, but
Jeep, right?
our friend, I had a Jeep.
Wrangler.
We had Cherokees. We had Cherokees.
Yeah, but Wranglers are decent.
Yeah, but we had Cherokees. Nick had one. I had one. A bunch of our buddies had one. And there's trails around here, and you just fucking pack a cooler full of booze. Usually late at night because it's
Just
more
get muddy.
It's more fun, and you bring a bunch of little whores with you because they think it's so cool.
Yo, for real.
And then you
Yo, I
fucking
got some good
you go
stories.
down a trail, and then if
Girls do
if
love
you
shit
don't
like
get
that.
stuck and you make it, you build a fire, and then you get real fucked up, and then you try to drive out of there.
Yep.
That's basically what mudding is.
I ain't gonna lie, the shit sound lit. I ain't go yet,
It
but
do
that sound like some
lit.
shit I
So-
might.
Especially with
So-
some pretty girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude. So
exactly.
I used to
That's
have
what I'm
this thing,
saying.
right? And this sounds
So those-
terrible. I'm a refined man, but
We all
He's a
muddy.
back in
born
the day,
again Christian.
Back in the day, I was a slut. And I had this big lifted Jeep, right? And I'd pick up
He
girls.
thought he was so cool.
I'd bring them back.
We got something in
Bitch, I was
common.
cool. You keep saying I thought I was cool.
I was.
Motherfucker, I was.
Listen,
cool.
we both were. We
I'd
both
bring,
were.
I'd bring
Nick was
these
doing
girls
his
back,
thing,
right?
right?
And I'd be like, shit, we're stuck. She'd be like, oh my God, we're stuck? But yeah. I'm like, but we can get out and start a fire, you know what I mean? And chill by. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Next you know, I'd be clapping cheeks, right? Next
used
you
to
know,
go by
hey,
himself.
I put it in
Clapping
4-wheel
cheeks.
drive. Bam, just crawl right out. Be like, all right, we good.
Yeah,
Go home.
literally, he would go. He would. I don't want to blow up your spot, but like he
I don't
would,
do it no more.
Y'all both was on y'all playing shit back in the day. Don't act like I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't act
Yo,
like I don't know.
Don't act like you. I didn't learn most of it.
We
from
ain't
you,
talking about
PB.
me. We ain't talking about me.
Oh, wait, this interview's for you, cuz I can go into it right now. You used to have a note on the door.
I think
PB clapping cheeks. Be back in 15.
15, yeah.
Maybe 5. Never know.
he's got to give himself time to rehydrate and
yeah,
recover.
yeah.
You know.
Yo,
Come out
there
sweating.
was
Come on in. She made us
it was some shit with the. Remember, whenever I had my door closed, it really was some
yeah.
shit like.
No, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. It didn't have a note, but I knew.
Wait, you used to use sticky notes like Post-its?
Something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember. We used
Dude, I
something.
would have had a whiteboard. That's what I would have done.
Yo,
so I
this
could have just erased
motherfucker
that
too, right?
shit.
You'd have
Because
you'd have a
motherfuckers used to
girl
just
in there.
pull up type shit. Like,
Oh, I just
yeah.
used to come in.
Right.
I come in every time it'd be a girl. She wouldn't say a word. She'd be doing things around the room, cleaning, and Paul be sitting there with his leg up, smoking it. You want some of this? Never offer it to her. Fucking chilling, dude.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see
It
you
was a
later.
good-
Give
like
us
you
a
said.
quick little peck.
What a time to be alive, man.
Some of the best days of my life, man.
Dude,
Yo. A lot of drunk nights.
so
Oh,
much.
dude.
A lot of
Fun.
parties.
Hell yeah.
There was a party house right behind me. Two
Right,
houses next door.
But you
like,
used to
party
go to like
every night,
You
dude,
used to
back
go
in
to
the day.
road parties and shit too, right? Did you
all
ever?
that shit.
Yeah.
I went to your party.
Right. Okay. So so this is how I met Paul.
Okay.
So
Let's get into it. Let's
PB.
get into
That's how
it.
I met PB. So I used to have parties at my mom. So my mom was on the show.
Okay.
My mom and
Okay.
our boy Chris.
Yeah.
Both our moms came on the show. I fucked up, forgot to record the audio, so it sounds like shit, but it's still a good episode. Check it out. Check out the YouTube. But how I met him was used to throw parties up at the house, and yeah, you just rolled up, and dude got in a fight in the parking lot or in my driveway.
Yeah, dudes was scrapping.
I had no idea what was going on because, like my mom said, there used to be fucking hundreds of people there, and trying to figure out what the hell's going on in those situations.
Some drunk brawl shit.
Right,
Everybody, yeah.
And I fucking, all of a sudden, somebody came up to me and they're like, yo, there's dudes, because I had a long driveway. I had that long ass driveway, and you guys were all the way at the end down by the road.
Right.
So, like, I'm walking down and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And there's just somebody standing on the hood of a fucking truck or something. I remember.
Damn, I don't even remember all that shit.
And I'm telling you, as I was talking to him about it earlier, and I'm like, is this, I don't want to say who you got in a fight with or whatever, but
Nah, it's cool.
all right, so him and
We
Dave,
all cool and shit. Yeah, we cool and
all
shit.
right, because he watches, he loves the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
I want to have him on, but you know those two hate each other now.
Nah, we still cool.
No,
yeah.
him and Davey,
It's
they,
funny.
they ain't friends no more. Oh, you're good now? Because I saw him at the
Okay,
bar not
okay.
too long ago, and he was like, "Yo, what's going on with Karina?"
Well, I just talk,
That was
I
his
talk my
man's.
shit.
That was his man's.
It was,
Right.
but
Well, I literally I looked at him and I
people grow
go,
different,
you guys
you
are
know what I mean?
both babies. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you guys love each other. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm
I
like,
mean, he'll always be one of my close friends.
Yeah,
but
it was
sometimes you
mostly
gotta
him, but it
distance
was like a few people.
I was gonna
Like, 'cause
say it
other
was
people,
a
other people
group
got
of you.
involved and shit.
Yeah, I was
Other
gonna
people got
say
involved.
it was a group
Oh,
of you.
But it started
I punched
with us.
Paul in the back of the head.
Yeah, I kicked someone on the
Who
fucking
was
ground.
standing on the hood of the truck? Was it Trav?
Travis.
Was it Travis?
That
I
was
saw-
you who hit me in the back of the head?
I told you this.
Snuck me and shit.
I told you this back in the day. So he was
Who did
kicking
I-
Davey. Davey, hold on though. Let me put this
that's
in
what
perspective.
happened.
Davey was my best friend at the time, and these two motherfuckers I just met that day.
I had
right?
no
Like,
idea any of this was going on.
So they're
And it's at
fighting.
my
and
house.
I held back telling Paul too for a couple months, dude, because I was like, oh, this kid's gonna kill me when he finds out. But anyways, I told him. So we're sitting there, and I see a fight break out, and I look over and I see Davey getting beat up, and I go, Davey don't get beat up.
I
And
know.
I look over and Paul just fucking boom boot right to the fucking face.
This isn't gonna start beef again.
No,
is
he
it?
don't give a fuck.
right.
We're dead ass
Davey-
cool. Like,
Davey,
we're dead
calm
ass
down.
cool.
Davey's gonna watch us and get all heated up because you know how he is. So listen, motherfucker, calm down right now. All right, calm down.
He wasn't even getting beat up.
No,
bro.
he
I
wasn't.
he
I
was
was about
on the
to say he
ground
was
and I
holding his
kicked
own,
him. He
but-
was on the ground and I kicked him. My man was in a fight with his man too.
Yeah.
Nobody was really getting beat up like
Oh,
that.
they were pounding him, dude. He was beat to death, dude. I saw it.
But yeah,
Nah.
that's what was going on.
Yeah, so
Nah,
I
but
just started
me and
swinging to
Davey
get
cool
people
and shit,
off.
though.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just bullshitting. But yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just met this kid. I'm like, and we were friends right off the bat. I would say. I mean,
Facts.
yeah,
Nah, yeah.
instantly. And I was like, how do I feel about this?
Yeah,
The
right.
next Davey, you know how
That's
Davey
his
is.
man's. We just met. We cool and all that.
Right, and that's his
And
best,
it's
his
and it's
best
his
Best
friend.
friend
Yeah.
growing up. You know what I mean? So it was weird, but look at us now. You know, it's funny.
Yeah, and you
That's
snuck
how
me.
shit goes.
Yeah.
Got me
right
in
in
the
the back.
back
Bro,
of the dome.
I couldn't get nobody off anybody. You're
You-
kicking people in the face.
But I-
Those choking them. The fucking poor kids laying on the ground bleeding everywhere.
So
I'm
I
swinging
think
at everybody.
I think what ended up happening was Davey and them left, and you ended up staying. I think is
Nah,
that
we
what-
No, we
left
all
too.
left.
We left too.
Everybody.
Is that
I
what
think
happened?
I think everybody left.
everybody left.
Because I feel like you
The next door
weren't
neighbor
you
was gonna
weren't
call the
there
cops
that
or
long.
something.
I feel like you
we was
weren't.
there for a little while, probably like an hour or two.
Oh really, man?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't. There
We
was
were-
so much
the-
going on.
We were on the way out. Like I
Oh,
was
okay.
drunk, so I don't remember everything
Right,
like that.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
remember we were on the way out leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said something. I think he
Exactly.
started
I just got told there was a
Some
fight
shit
in the
happened.
parking lot or in
Words
the
were
driveway,
exchanged.
so I ran
Words was
outside and I was gonna break it up, and I was like, what the fuck?
it. I couldn't.
And then I was
couldn't,
just
so
like,
started
eh.
swinging.
Yo, that shit
It's
was
above
fun.
my
That
pay
shit was
grade.
funny as hell, though. I look back on that shit. That shit funny as hell.
Fucking
bro.
just, dude, you're 8 miles outside of fucking Mohawk, New York, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. We went to a couple different parties like that, though, didn't we?
Absolutely, bro. Not that everybody was brawling at, but yeah, we went to.
No, but we went to some road parties
like I
together.
said, bro. What? All right, so you got what's road parties? What's the difference?
So
Like
a
the
road
pits.
party is like the
we used
pits
to go to the pits
or
a lot in
the,
Mohawk.
All right, so I went
The
to like
airstrip.
the shits in
airstrip.
the woods and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what we call a road party. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
copy.
dude, those were fun.
Yeah, I went
man.
to woods
Hundreds
parties.
of kids
Hell
from
yeah.
every
Never.
fucking town.
You've never been.
Never
So
been.
all
You
right.
never been to a woods party,
Never
bro?
been
I
to
don't think
one.
they have them
Are you
anymore,
friends
do
with any rednecks?
Because they got
I'm sorry.
You are now,
they got
brother.
woods,
You are
they got
now.
woods parties in Utica too.
Yeah.
I'm friends with them, but I
They
never
do, they
hung,
do.
I
Come
never
on.
hung out with them.
Really? You got to,
I'm
dude. It's
friends.
fun as hell. You'll be like, this is the greatest time ever.
You know what it is? The chicks never liked me.
Come on, I don't believe that.
the redneck chicks don't like me
Why?
because they either
They're rednecks.
They're probably
they want
yeah.
a guy that know how to
Be a
what is
redneck.
it? That's fucking
Pythagorean
Snowmobile.
theorem, huh? Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem.
no. They want a guy that know how to fucking chop lumber. And
I don't even
Take
know
them
how to do
fishing.
that.
They want to go fishing.
I don't own the boots. The boots.
Cause
I'm in
no.
slides right now because I'm home.
I got
No,
you.
not you.
Ray, I'm gonna
The
take
boot-
you
the
over
boots
there.
Hey,
got
look,
a-
look right
no,
to your
no
left.
constructs,
Look right
no
to your
Timbs.
left. Yeah, my
you
boots
got
are
'em.
sitting right there.
I'm gonna take you to Melfi's and you come chill for a weekend. We'll get you a country girl.
Hey, Malfies,
What's
you guys
Malfies?
gonna
That's a
fix
bar?
my belt or
no,
what?
that's a boot shop. But
don't
we can go to the bar after.
I don't shop at Bass Pro Shop.
Let's
Fuck
go.
that place.
Let's go. What are we doing tonight after? You guys going home?
Shit,
I'm probably
I'm-
gonna go on the couch.
I'm trying to step outside. I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on.
I'm not with the lingo, but I'm
Yeah, what does
assuming
that mean?
I'm assuming that means let's
I
go
might-
out for a little
I
bit.
might, yeah, try to. Go
Oh,
out,
okay,
you know what I
let's
mean?
go,
See what's
it's
going on.
You guys gonna
yeah.
go to side
Get a
street?
get a drink or
Get
two.
me a
What's-
redneck.
We'll see how-
Let's
What's
go,
side
baby.
street?
I got you.
Over here, the bar.
I've never been to side street.
Come on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's like across
The only bar I've been to in Hurt is the shit on Main Street.
the end zone.
Enzo.
The end zone.
Yeah,
The end
That's
zone.
where it all ends, baby.
that's Nick's
I ain't
favorite
been
place.
to Herc out since Brownies and.
Come on, you know
That
what
was-
Brownies
oh, shit.
is?
Was that club?
Yo, yeah, we
That was the
we
club?
know the owner. We know the owner. He lives right
No,
across.
Brownies was a bar that was like the fucking.
It was
bar
the
back
hottest
in the
shit
day.
back in the '90s, dude. And the old owner lives across the street from
I
Chris's
was
mom.
not in Herc in the '90s.
It wasn't the 90s, but there was like a lot of college parties there.
No, that was
2000s.
it was.
The early. 2000s.
I don't think it was Brownies anymore at that point. I think
It was that club
called
on Main
Rides.
Street, right?
Rides the nightclub because my band used to play there once in a while.
What was your band, bro?
You don't want to know.
Oh nah.
These chicks
You're
don't
not-
even
y'all
know
not-
the name
is-
of my
Y'all
band.
not still doing things?
No, fuck no.
Were you
no,
guys
no.
like a cover band? Or y'all
So-
did original music.
We did original. So I was 16 at the time in a band with middle-aged men, and the lead singer he got everybody hooked on heroin. I mean, he's a real piece of shit human being. I haven't seen or talked to this guy in 20 years. So
Probably
it's been
a
a good
good
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Can he still
Sounds like
get
that's a
it?
good
I mean,
No.
dude, he was giving me that shit when I was 16 years old.
Damn, bro.
So, and then I saw him shoot
Wait,
up, and
you
I was
said
like,
what?
nope, I'm out.
Heroin?
Yeah, I was 16, dude. I mean, they all
Rockstar
know.
lifestyle, baby.
Dude, I was playing drums in a band, so I was just living it up.
That's
you know what I
crazy,
mean?
bro. That's
And
crazy.
I played better on it, so I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then that's
So
kind
that's
of
a real thing. I've always heard that. Even like rappers be
Dude,
I
why
don't
do you
think
think
rappers
listen,
don't
like,
know.
why do
Listen,
you
with rap,
lean
no.
and
why do you think
all that kind of shit.
Rap, you got to think about actually
That's how I feel.
stuff to say and
yeah, but
Not nowadays. You see
I know.
motherfuckers.
He said not nowadays.
well, what the fuck?
Right.
The lead.
I don't
Yeah, nah, I
listen
seen
to that
that.
music.
Who's the dude from Nirvana? What the fuck? I'm gonna hate myself for not
Kurt Cobain. What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't remember his name for a second, but that's why. So Kurt Cobain was one of the greatest lyricists of all time. I mean, if you really
Great
he
songwriter,
was a
great
poet. He was
songwriter.
I mean, he was amazing, but that's what he prompted. Like
yeah, he was nasty, dude.
he loved heroin.
That was his thing,
That was
yeah.
his thing, you know. And I mean,
A
obviously,
lot
there's
of good-
I mean, if
it's
you
a
listen
lot
to
of legends that
I mean, think about it. Yeah,
All the rock bands
all
back
the
in the day, a lot
legends
of rock
loved
bands and
heroin.
shit.
I mean, all the shit that they doing now, even the young motherfuckers and all that shit. I mean, a lot of it is synthetic
opiate.
heroin.
Oh, it's
Shit
all
like that.
opiate based. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a receptor in your brain, dude, and it just the creative neurons just like start flowing the second you do it. It's crazy. You guys used to say it all the
Imagination
time.
goes
Every
crazy.
time I got high, you're like, you get so fucked up, but you're so smarter when you're fucked up.
So smarter.
Yeah.
In a
Think
different
so?
way.
Yeah, that's what they used to tell me. They're because we
So
used
much
different
fun.
way.
so much
in
yeah,
a weird
whatever.
way.
In a weird way.
No, it was in, and then he'd pass out.
And then I'd fall
But he was
asleep.
great, dude, when he was awake. You know what I mean?
He was
It's a
great
calm-
when he was
it's,
awake.
I just love to argue.
It was a storm before the calm, I guess you would call it.
Okay, I like that.
Yo, he'd be
like
going,
that.
fuck you, pussy. Then 2 minutes later, he wouldn't think you'd be fucking with him when he was going. And I'd be flinging shit at him, lighting him on fire and shit.
Lighting
dude.
him on fire.
We
He's
hated
not
each other,
lying.
bro. We
No,
were
I
mean
know.
to each other.
Dude,
That's you used to tell me stories that used to
Dude,
fucking blow my mind,
he
bro. Like,
fucking-
the shit you guys do and
Oh, dude,
did
to each
and all
other.
that, like
We used to fuck with each
It's
other
amazing
bad,
that
bro.
we are
you guys,
all
be,
still
you guys
friends.
be on some
Yeah.
different shit.
Yeah.
That's being
Yo, so I had this friend. We have this friend, Josh English, right?
Shout out, buddy. We know you watch the
We
show.
used to stuff fucking
Salvia.
All right, so listen.
We're
to
gonna
this,
do
right?
that one? We'll tell that
Let
story?
me tell this quick. No interruptions. So I used to leave my bong packed sometimes because I'd smoke and I'd pass out at my boy Chris's house.
Right.
Oh,
And
this
Josh
story
would
is
always
so
come
good.
over and rip my bong that I left.
So good.
Right? So we did salvia one night, the triple X shit.
Have you guys ever done salvia before?
I have not.
Yeah,
I've
you-
seen
you know
like
what it is?
videos on YouTube.
You guys
Bro,
ever done
I'm
like
scared. I'm
hold on.
psychedelics?
I'm scared
You ever
to
done
do
some
that.
So what
psychedelics?
salvia is the most powerful hallucinogenic known to man.
I'm scared of that.
So it comes in.
Oh,
it
I
I'll
comes-
know
never do
that.
it again.
It,
I
so,
know
but
that.
it only
Oh, yeah, dude,
lasts.
never do it
it
again.
only lasts seconds,
It's
and
too
you
you
much.
go
smoke
through-
it.
Yo, they be going
They be
crazy.
going
you
off
seen the
on
videos
it.
Yeah,
and shit?
yeah.
Yeah,
That
like,
shit.
I wonder what they be seeing. Like,
So that
Crazy.
I know.
So hold on, real
I seen
quick.
someone
Listen to
jump
this.
out the window.
Yeah,
all
it's
kinds of
fucked
crazy
up.
shit.
Imagine you took a kaleidoscope. You remember a kaleidoscope when you were a
Yeah.
kid?
Hell
You
yeah.
spun it and it saw all these different crazy things. That's what I went through when I did it, dude. And I was trying to like reach out.
Does it feel like it lasts a short amount of time?
Oh,
or
it
does
feels like you're there for
it
months,
makes you
dude.
feel forever,
Damn.
but
Dude,
it's literally
crazy.
seconds.
So, anyways,
That's
back
crazy.
to the story, right? So one day,
You gotta
Chris
have context, bud.
One day, Chris is. Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just getting back to the story. So one day, Chris is like, "I'm gonna fuck with this kid." So he packs the bong full of salvia, dude.
oh my
Full.
god,
This is the best
Right?
story I've ever
And
heard
he
in my
sprinkles
life.
weed on
There's
top.
also a video of it.
And he sprinkles weed on
See,
top.
that's what I'm saying. The kind of shit y'all be doing to each other,
you
bro.
imagine,
Like,
dude? This kid comes in, fucking rips
Cooks
it,
it.
dude, and
Bro.
then fucking blows out. Instantly, he looks at Chris.
That's
goes,
not weed.
That's not weed.
yeah.
Bam, dude. He's taking his clothes off, dude. He's throwing cigarettes
Like
at Chris,
ninja
they're
stars.
Ninja stars.
Oh, dude.
Get back! Get back! Thought he was gonna kill him.
It is one of the funniest. So we all had shitty phones back in the day, but the video is out there, and Chris definitely still has it because this motherfucker's got an archive of all of our shit.
all this shit we've ever done.
That's
He's
fire,
recorded.
though.
Yeah, so
That's fire.
yeah, until your naked ass shows up on fucking Facebook like me. It's fucking annoying.
diddy.
Have
Boy.
you done it? Have you done it several times?
I've done salvia a handful
Yeah,
of
I've done
times,
that.
but never
so
with
does
them.
it depend
Did-
on what type of
So when you rip,
mind state you're in?
No, no,
so
no,
what type
no.
of trip
Nope.
you have?
no,
Nope.
you can't
It's not
control
like
any
that.
of it.
It's just there's
Listen,
no.
was it his first time doing it when y'all?
Yes, he's
Yes.
never done it
He's
before.
never
you
done it.
guys
Never
are
did it.
fucking.
So he was gonna drive home. He was gonna get in his car and drive home,
Yo,
and
son.
Chris is filming the entire thing, and he's like, "Josh, don't get in your car. Don't get in your car."
like, "Why?"
And he's pulling cigarettes out of his pack. He's going, "That wasn't fucking weed. That wasn't fucking weed." And he's throwing them like
Bro.
ninja stars. He's got them in between his fingers like this, going fume, fume, fume.
Son.
Just unloads his whole cigarette pack like it was gonna kill him, like
Bro.
kill Chris or something. And then all of a sudden he comes to. And he's
Like, you
just
just
like,
snap back
you
into
just
it.
snap right
It's
back
crazy.
out of it. It's wild,
Wow.
dude.
Uh,
It's wild.
So I
Well.
got another one. So
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna talk about
Let's
Tyler
go.
Connors. You tell
Nope.
that one.
Yo,
That
is
happened too.
that the
Remember
Tyler that I
Yeah,
remember?
we always
Yeah,
used to
Ty
talk
C.
about that.
Tyler C.
Ty
Ty
C,
C.
He
baby.
lived out. He lived like a couple
the-
blocks
right down
down
the
from
block.
you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We haven't talked to that motherfucker in years.
no, I would love to.
What up,
too.
Tyler?
I know.
Yep, shout
If
out
you
to
see
Tyler.
this,
Tyler.
dude, fucking A, reach out.
But one time, B-Rag, we used to hate each other. Like when I say
know.
hate each other,
Yo,
I mean
since-
like
you
fight. We used
I'd
to
see
fight
him
each
on the
other
street,
all
and
the
I would go to
time.
the other
Because
side
y'all
of the
was
street. I just
always
hated
good friends since I knew you.
We
were
hung
like-
out with the
we
same
were-
group, and like
exactly,
it depended
yeah,
on
yeah.
what week it was. It
Well,
really
so
did.
Here's the thing: we're both cocky, arrogant fucks.
Yeah, we have too much of the
And-
same personality.
Yeah, and it just doesn't mix. So
Now it
Y'all
does.
be bumping
but-
heads and shit.
yeah, like now I've calmed down. He's still a cocky, arrogant fuck.
Oh,
But I'm
shut the
still
fuck.
like,
So are you.
So
Here we go.
Yeah,
worked-
right?
Let's go.
we worked in a
Part
restaurant.
2.
Yeah, we worked in
The
a
saga
restaurant.
continues.
We worked in a restaurant together, and He had this shitty Ranger that he thought was the shit.
Is that what we're gonna talk about?
Like, this is back in our prime of picking up
Cocksucker.
girls and shit, right? So he had this girl that he was dating, and I'm like, watch this.
Actually,
I took
shout
the
out
fuck-
Olivia. She made the fucking emblem and the logo to the show. So
Shout
shout
out
out
Olivia.
Liv.
Shout out Liv.
Olivia.
So I took this clump of blue cheese, which is no bullshit, the size of this.
Like, do you know
fucking
what
thing right
crumbly blue cheese
Yeah,
is that they
yeah,
put on a
yep.
salad and shit?
I
It's
like
about
the
90
Italian
degrees.
with crumbly blue cheese.
Yeah,
you
this
gonna love it after
motherfucker,
this.
dude.
Shit sound good
I
right
took
now.
it and I bet it does. I stuffed it right in the
chill.
back of the seat where he couldn't find it, and I stuffed it like in there, and it was 90. No
Bro.
joke.
Dude,
90
it sat
degree
there
day.
for
That
months.
is
The whole summer, and you would get in the car, like put your head in. And I would always smell it to see if he found it or not. Dude,
So-
it stunk. So he was picking girls up in this
Dude,
fucking
so
thing, dude.
listen, I bought this truck. Listen, I bought
For
this.
months, bro. Just imagine your
Bullshit.
feet, right?
It was fucking
You ever had a
bullshit.
nasty pair of shoes that you got wet and you were like, damn,
Dude, it
these fucking
stunk
stink,
so
bro.
bad.
It smelled like that, but 10 times.
So I
Bro,
bought.
that's a
it's
long-term prank.
yeah.
That's
no, that's how I
nasty
go,
work,
bro. I
bro.
won't
That's
tell you
nasty work.
I
won't
bought
tell
this
you either.
truck. I bought this truck from my uncle, who used to work for my dad, and my dad owns a feed company, which is cow feed. So it has a weird smell as it is. It didn't smell good in the truck to begin with. And if you know Ford Rangers, the like older ones, they have these weird bucket seats in the back. It's like a little slot, and the seats fold up into the wall.
Okay.
So you can't see them unless you fold them down. They're like these little tiny, tiny, tiny seats. So when you open them up, there's like a pocket. And who the fuck's checking in that pocket? Nobody.
No one, bro.
Right. So this motherfucker takes this ball of crumbly blue cheese, right? Puts it in there. It's in the middle of summertime. Motherfucker doesn't tell me about it for months.
Laughing
And then
every day
we're
about
at
it,
work
too.
one day, and I'm telling you, the whole summer, I'm coming out. I'm like, dude, my truck. It usually smelled,
Yo, bro.
but not like this. And I'm like, well, I can't understand.
like this.
I can't understand why my truck smells
One of them
so
100-degree
fucking
days.
humidity out the ass, bro. Yeah. And I'm like,
Son.
I get into work
Yo,
one
he
day.
probably bust out laughing one day.
Well, that's what happened. That's
Every
how
day.
I found out.
Every day, no, I would come out and he'd be like, my fucking truck.
I got to work
Dude,
one
I
day.
clean it and I clean it and I clean it.
It wouldn't fucking go away.
Yo, he trying to clean it.
It would not go away. So I come into work one day and I'm
Yo.
pissed off as fucking hell, and he's in the corner laughing. And when he does that, you immediately know.
know
You
something's
know
going
he
on.
did something. So I look at him, I go, what the fuck did you do? And he walks
still remember
outside.
that exact
He
moment,
walks
too.
outside, pulls the seat down, and this.
Oh, dude.
There was onions. It wasn't just crumbly blue cheese.
Oh, yeah,
there
dude,
was
onions,
onions.
too.
Yo.
It
I
wasn't.
stuffed it all
was a
together,
whole
dude.
bunch of shit packed into like a
Bruh.
softball-sized thing, dude. And it just sat in there and wrote.
Nah.
I was so fucking
Damn, it's
mad.
like that, Money Mac.
Yeah, that's what he does.
It was like that.
That's
I was
what
a
he
piece of
does.
shit.
Was like
I
that.
was a piece of shit.
Well, again, we
How
were.
about the time,
that's,
right?
That's fucking hilarious.
He ruined a knife
bro.
set that I had. My dad, 'cause obviously, I was an aspiring
It's
chef.
all about to spill out now.
Listen,
here we go.
I
Let's
was
get
an
into it.
aspiring
Let it out.
chef back in the day. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
that was gonna be my claim
Listen,
to fame.
hold on. He was a 5-star chef
In
in
a
a 4-star
world,
That's what
baby.
he used to
Okay.
say.
That was the
Okay.
saying. That was the saying
Talk
back in the
that
day.
shit.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I left it at the restaurant when I moved to California. My dad bought this for me. It was very sentimental.
Sorry, Dad.
This motherfucker goes in the back of the restaurant, and there's a garage there.
Well, let me explain a little bit quick, too. I grew up, my grandfather taught me, my sister, my brother,
How to throw knives.
Like, I could kill you
Like
with
he's
a
a
butter knife.
carny or
That's
some
no joke.
shit. Fucking festival worker.
So they're like, yo, you can't stick that in that wall. I'm like, bitch, with ease. I took these fucking...
All my knives, dude. I'm talking every single one in the whole pack, and just broke the shit out of them.
I didn't break them.
Damn.
Throwing them at the wall and
I
shit.
stuck them into the wall,
Yeah.
bro.
There's a video of it.
break
Send it to me,
nothing.
Chris. I'll put it in this podcast right now.
So what's one of the craziest things you ever did?
To him?
Yeah.
Nothing. Actually, I ran over his car.
Who's gonna fuck with me?
He said
No.
no-
I ran over his car with my Jeep.
Oh, I remember that.
You ran
I was-
over his car?
Was I in it or
You
something?
Yeah,
ran
no.
it over?
Yes. So we were we were at a party. We were at a fire one
I'll
night.
never
Okay.
forget that.
We were at a fire, and he used to drive that little Honda Civic, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, hold on. It was an EX, right? The sedan, and I put 2.0 turbo on the back
did,
of it, dude.
he
People
did.
like, yo, he's got a 2.0 turbo.
It
with
wasn't
that
though.
motherfucker,
He
dude.
bought the emblem
No, it was a
from
fucking
AutoZone.
1.8.
Yo, bro.
He bought the emblem from AutoZone. But so we were at a fire one night, and that's what we used to do. We used to get hammered and then just go out mud. We used to go 4-wheeling or whatever in our,
Mudding.
in our vehicles. So he parked his Jeep like right at the passenger side of my back tire of my Jeep. Dude, I was hammered
Where's
drunk.
my car?
Or yeah, sorry. No, yeah, you parked your car.
you said his Jeep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
parked your car right behind my Jeep, and I was hammered drunk, shouldn't have been driving. All of a sudden, Jake Lyons in the fucking passenger seat, and I'm backing up, and I feel this bump, and I'm fucking like this, and I'm like, what the fuck? But we were at a fire, so I just thought it was the wood
So
pile.
you didn't even do it on purpose.
No, it was an
We're all
accident.
screaming, yo, and he's just going.
I'm not even paying
right
attention.
back
I
onto it.
drove up onto the hood of the car. The back of my Jeep drove up onto the hood of his car, dropped off right at the rear view mirror, and then I ran down the whole side of his car. Smashed the windows, dented the doors in, the whole
I
nine.
wasn't even mad though, because I was like, all right, dude,
And then
I get it.
We go four-wheeling. I still
Said you deserved it.
I
deserved
still,
it
at this
100%.
point, have no idea it happened. We go out four-wheeling, we come back, and he's standing there going, what the fuck, dude? And then I look at it, and I go,
My bad,
I go, my bad. I'm like, dude, this will buff out, no problem. I'm like, we'll take care of it.
Out.
The whole hood was dented in, the windows were smashed, both the driver door and the driver rear door was smashed in.
Right.
I fucked the whole thing up, and then my dad paid to have it fixed.
Do you remember? Now that we're talking about vehicles, I bought a brand new Ram. Remember that?
I remember your truck.
My first truck ever. Dude.
Your black
Brand new
one.
Black
Yeah,
Ram.
yeah.
It was nasty, right? To me, it was. And
Did
it was
I
a
ever
nice
see that
truck.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he used to roll around in.
Yeah,
it was
that
a
was a
fucking-
nice truck.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
a nice truck.
So I get this motherfucker. I'm driving around, think I'm hot shit. I bring him with me and a couple girls.
Oh, we went to Hinkley Lake?
We went to Hinkley
Oh,
Lake.
I remember this.
It's called Beer Can Beach. You can walk back a mile.
Beer Can Beach at
It's
Hinkley
to a
Lake.
beautiful
Oh, dude,
beach.
it's one of the
dude,
best
crazy.
things in the
No,
world.
It's awesome.
It's
We should
so
actually do it.
nice.
Sick.
I've been to Hinkley. I don't remember that shit.
Well, you're about to. We'll go
hold
this
on.
year.
That's probably where you
Where I
were.
was. I
It's
just
probably
didn't know
where
that's
you
what it
were. You
was
just didn't
called.
know that's what it was
Yeah.
called. Because that's
All
what
the, it's got all the rocks and shit.
No, that's Nine
No,
Corners.
that's Nine Corners.
That's Nine Corner Lake.
That's
we went
why
there.
I
We
went.
went
You
there. I
had to
think I brought
hike-
you there
We
one
went
time.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to hike back there. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
you had to hike down the
up-
trail.
You hike up to the lake. It's a dead lake.
Yeah, that's Nine Corner Lake.
Anyways,
I don't fucking remember, bro.
so we're sitting there, right? And it's
this
me
is funny
and
as
probably
fuck.
10, 15 people. Girls, we're chilling, drinking all day. We brought a wheelbarrow, brought all the alcohol back on the wheelbarrow.
Because you got to walk like a mile.
Yeah. We get back. This goofy fuck,
Ben Diger, shout out, buddy. We know you listen.
comes
Ben
over
Diger.
my brand new truck, right? Instead of putting the fucking tailgate down, right? Picks up the wheelbarrow like he's a tough guy and fucking wham right into the side of my brand new fucking truck.
Scratches and dents.
I go, oh my god, Ben, and he goes, oh,
Why the fuck
and
did he
dropped
do
it.
that?
And then he drops it and he goes,
Scratches
right
the
down
whole
fucking
side
thing.
of the
I'm
truck.
Like, oh. And he's like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, get the fuck out of here,
What
right?
the
So I'm going to
fuck?
let it go. I'm like, it was an accident. The whole ride back to Sid's going, fuck that. He did that intentionally.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He was
I
getting
never
me so
said
angry,
that.
bro.
He
We got
had
back-
to have, right?
I don't.
Hold on,
No, I
go
think
to
he's
the-
just so stupid. So
He did on purpose or
driving
not?
back, I'm all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
lit, right?
I would've
Driving
been
back.
tight,
We get
bro.
back to the dude's house we were meeting at, where everybody like met up to drop people off and shit.
I get out and I'm pacing and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill him, dude, right? And then in my head I'm going, he didn't mean it though. You know what I mean? But I'm
He's
still
a
angry.
sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
He really is. The
So
other
he,
dude.
he pulls in. I go, it's on. He
Oh,
pulls
yeah.
in. He opens the door, dude. He
Nick
looks
just
over.
goes,
I just fucking boom left. Dude.
Blew
I
his
blew
nose
his
right
fucking
up.
Nose, whole body. He can tell. He goes, ah!
It was so bad,
So
dude.
sorry.
Nobody.
You fucked up Ben Diger.
He's about 300 pounds, dude.
He's
He was a big dude.
motherfucker.
Big dude. And there's little me going, shouldn't have done it, motherfucker.
And then he goes, B-Rag, let's fucking go. And I'm like,
Poor
okay.
Ben.
We jump in the truck and he peels out sideways down this road.
Fuck it. I mean, I would have done the same shit if I thought he fucked my new truck up, bro.
Yeah, but here's
It's
the
him,
dick
dude.
that I am.
It's him.
We're leaving, right? And I go, dude, you probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. This motherfucker. And I'm like, what?
the
He's
dude
like, "No,
that
was
told
a
him he did it on purpose,
Yeah.
right?
This
Yeah.
kid was no joke.
I was
We're all
on
still
pain
partying.
pills. I was on pain pills. Leave me alone.
Here's Ben in the corner going,
He was so upset, dude. He was crying
I'm
and
like,
shit.
dude,
It
I'm
was bad.
sorry. I'm like, but you shouldn't have done that. He's like,
Yeah,
I said to you, I was sorry.
He was trying to like make it acceptable that he just broke this dude's nose.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Money Mac.
Oh
Back
man.
in my heyday, baby.
All right,
That's
so
what they
let's
called
go.
you back then too, Money Mac.
We've always called him.
You did.
Yeah, we always
What
called
was
him
it
just
before
Mac.
Money Mac?
Nicky Mac,
Nicky Mac.
Mac Daddy,
Always just Nicky Mac.
Big Mac.
Mac Daddy.
Nobody ever called him Mac Daddy.
No, I made that one
He
up.
talked
but it
about
sounded
himself
good,
in the
didn't it?
third person like
Yeah,
that.
it sounded
though.
good though. What up, girl? It's Mac Daddy.
Did Nick used to freestyle back then too?
So we used to do a thing in the garage when I would get fucked up because I could beatbox a little bit back in the day. I don't know if I could do it anymore. But you remember sitting around the table in the garage and I would sit there and start beatboxing and
Okay.
he would just start
Put a little.
I could once in a while.
A couple
once
times.
in a while, I'd be like,
He
damn.
would do it with us sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we'd all be
one
back in the day a little bit.
I remember a couple times we're in the garage and of
He would
course
jump in.
Yeah, I'm all fucked up on opiates and we look at each other and he's like doing his thing or whatever and then he just because he'll just go into a rap like just being a goof, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then
Funny
I
shit.
would just start beatboxing and then a couple times we actually got some cool shit. I mean, obviously it was never.
You still can beatbox?
Nah, dude, I didn't really know what I was doing.
You was breakdancing and shit?
I can breakdance pretty good, actually. That
I believe it.
That I can actually do.
I believe it.
But I used to be because I'm a drummer, so I know like beats and shit. But I used to be able to beatbox a little bit, but I ain't fucking doing it right now.
You said that you don't listen to a ton of hip hop, but
Old school shit I do.
I was gonna say
Old school shit. I'm
so
a
I
big
know, like
fan
we
of.
said, NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, all that.
Oh,
What was
that was my shit.
what first got you into it? Who did you first?
Oh, we're
hear?
switching the interview now.
What
the fuck? This
look at him
mother.
hitting
Do you
us.
see
It's
this
like-
right now? He just takes
Oh,
over the show
shit.
and he's like, "Now I'm gonna interview your
What
bitch
up?
ass."
This is
What's
talking
up?
shit with
That's what I
PB.
do, you know what I mean?
This is talking
talking
shit with
shit with
PB
PB.
Mogul. What's going on, fellas?
Yeah,
I don't know.
shit like that.
So, when I was a kid, obviously, you listen to whatever's popular. So, my first concert ever, I was in the third grade, and my mom took me to Buffalo Bills Stadium to see NSYNC. I saw
That's not hip-hop,
I saw
That
what I'm
totally
saying.
took a whole different turn than what you guys thought it was.
I'm just saying.
didn't
I
you?
saw NSYNC.
You thought you were gonna say Biggie Small. But he's
No,
not.
he was
thinking he
fuck.
about to say
When I was in
something
third
like
grade.
that.
When I was in third grade, Biggie was already dead.
but I fuck with the Bills shit because I'm a Bills
Well,
fan. So
all right.
shout out to
Hey,
that.
I'm just
shout out
saying.
Buffalo,
I'm
baby.
saying music-wise, music has always been a huge part of my life, dude.
Justin
Yeah.
They
That's what I'm saying.
impacted the culture big
Well,
time.
so
That's a fact.
I performed an NSYNC song at a talent show when I was a kid.
Let's
My
go.
dad has it on VHS to this day. He likes to
I gotta
bust it
see
out
that
and make
shit.
fun of me.
I gotta see it.
It's
I
bad.
gotta
Wow,
see
Lord,
it.
So
they
back
a group. How
back
did
to
you do that?
It was awesome. It was
Oh, he
no,
hit
all of
every,
them,
he
bro?
hit
Yeah,
every
yeah.
You did
octave
all
on
of them?
every
no,
fucking
no. I didn't. It was me and a group of
I was
boys.
about to
No,
say,
it
if
was-
you-
when I
so
went,
which
I went
one
to
were you?
If you say
Justin, baby, because I could do the flips.
Yo, you see how you
I was
said
the
that
lead
shit with
singer. We sang
enthusiasm.
Bye Bye Bye
You
because
said,
I
yeah.
Justin.
I opened the
baby.
I opened the
I'm the
show.
star of
I
this shit.
opened the show, and because I could do handsprings and shit as a kid, they're like, that's how NSYNC
Yo,
was. Remember, they would do all
Justin
those.
definitely was the most successful out of it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Group.
I mean,
He
I'm
said,
not the
"Thank
most.
you."
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, so I opened the talent
That's
show and
fucking
shit.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yeah,
I can feel it in my body.
nah. What is the intro? It's like I'm doing this tonight. Yo, probably gonna start.
Hey.
I can still remember it.
Hey, sing that in sync shit.
Well, hold on. I have a daughter, so I'm getting her.
shit.
The music she wants to listen to is terrible.
All right, so I
You
got
better
a
off
question,
put her onto
right?
that.
So I put her
NSYNC.
on that.
NSYNC or what is it?
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
Nah,
Boys.
I was
Backstreet
an
Boys.
It was
NSYNC fan.
NSYNC. NSYNC was definitely.
NSYNC was
Backstreet
way
Boys,
better.
Who was like one of the
Who
bigger
was in the
guys out of
Backstreet
the-
Boys?
Yeah, exactly. Like who was
It was Aaron Carter's older brother.
None of them do nothing now.
No,
right?
that's what I was
R.I.P.
saying.
Aaron
I don't
Carter.
think so.
I know, dude. That
That's
shit
I know.
was wild.
That poor
shit
dude,
was
he went
wild,
through
that
it,
Poor
man.
motherfucker.
He went through
Yeah,
it.
you watch all these weird documentaries now. We were talking about it on one of the episodes that the Nickelodeon
Quiet on
documentary.
Set. Quiet on Set. That's- if you haven't watched
if you
that,
want your
go watch
I
it.
saw
childhood,
like 2 episodes.
if you want your childhood
Crazy.
ruined, watch that fucking show.
yeah, I couldn't
fucks
watch it
you,
like
dude.
that.
No,
Like,
Especially if you
yeah.
got kids, dude.
It was fucked up though. Like that shit is fucked up.
it wasn't like
A couple episodes was enough for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I get what's
I
going
ain't never
on.
watched it.
This is
What is it?
Nah, it
disgusting.
gets- but
and I
it
heard
gets
it gets even
crazy.
crazier.
It's on
That's what
HBO
I'm saying.
Max.
I don't know if
Sad,
I
man.
want
Watched
to.
it.
No,
It's on
sad.
HBO Max, and it's about the guy who basically he made like the show All That and the Amanda show.
Yeah, I heard about it.
He was like this heavier
shit
set.
nasty.
I know what
Cal.
y'all talking
Shit
about.
nasty.
So if you ever watched Good Burger, the movie, he's the fat manager of Good Burger.
Why
Yeah.
can't
But
I
he
think
was
of his name?
Dan Snyder.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
So he was
I
like,
seen
he's a
some shit on
fucking
there.
creep.
Wasn't it
apparently.
another dude like that was heavily involved as well?
Yeah,
that-
Brian.
I don't.
Brian-
I don't remember his name.
Because I didn't
Brian.
keep watching it,
Do you
but I heard
remember?
it was someone
So
else.
he was
Hold
like
on,
the.
hold on,
He
hold
was
on.
like the. Brian Peck. That's what it was.
No, because that's Josh.
No, it's Josh Peck.
That's
You got me all
Josh
fucked up.
Peck. They have the same name.
No, it was the same name. Yeah,
Really?
no relation. Yup, I remember that. So he was like the costume manager, and he was like,
Yeah, he was on like he would be a extra in episodes and shit.
and he would like all these kids trust him because he wasn't like weird at first, right?
Yeah, he was raping Drake Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, he was raping him in his sleep.
I saw a clip of this shit with him.
Oh, dude, it's a weird documentary.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I couldn't keep
Drake
watching
Bell
that
is the
shit,
white
bro.
boy, right?
Remember
Yeah,
Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh.
The skinnier one. And it's crazy because like,
How the
watch-
fuck did we get on this?
It's a
I don't know.
it's a
That's
hot
how we do it,
topic.
bro. We get into tangents, bro. Like, that's how it goes. But that's
All
how
of
it
that.
goes.
He goes, what
I
got
asked
you into
y'all.
rap? He goes,
Yeah.
what got you into rap? Now we're talking about
Yeah.
this guy molesting people on
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
That shit was crazy, bro.
That's what
Speaking of
podcast
that,
is about.
From Wu-Tang to sodomy, baby. Let's go.
hot topic. No Diddy.
Yo, so
Wu-Tang to
I
sodomy.
remember Wu-Tang was my first motherfucking like rap group.
I
that
honestly,
loved.
I can't. So my
Because of Dom
Fire.
Scalise.
Fire.
Remember Dom Scalise?
Of course.
He knew he goes, I'm the
course.
13th disciple. Remember
Yeah.
that? He used to rap every fucking word, dude.
He's
to
just
every
fucking-
song.
That's fire though. That's
He was
fire.
a chef, dude. And a wicked
He's
chef.
what?
He
He's
was
the one
the
that taught me how to cook.
Yeah.
He was Raekwon.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, he
yeah,
was-
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Raekwon the chef,
yeah.
baby. Yeah, 100%. So my cousin was a DJ back in the day, Adam. He used to do like graduation parties and weddings and all, not like scratching turntables, all that shit. He just would hit play with the CDs and all that shit.
Right.
But he loved hip hop. So like we lived in a duplex back in the day when I was real little, probably from, I don't know, 4 till I moved to Herkimer. And I would just go over and we just listen to DMX and Tupac and all that shit.
Forgot
and
about
like,
DMX.
That's
too, man.
that's
Oh,
literally
All right.
I didn't
fucking
forget,
that's what I'm
but-
saying. That
you
that
can't
I didn't
forget
mention
that.
it.
that was my love. I mean, dude, he had a old school. It was like a '97 Trailblazer, but it had two 15s in the back with an amp, and then it had this. It was a neon bar underneath each, like where your legs go. So when the bass hit, it would light up.
Okay.
And it was fucking sick, dude. And I'm like 7 years old, 8 years old,
fire.
and he was like my idol as a kid. You know, he's like
doubt.
my first cousin. We hung out all the time together.
So he kind of got you into that shit a little
Right,
bit.
exactly. So like watching him DJ and be into all that shit, but he was also sorry for that background noise, these fucking cocksuckers.
Rev it up, baby.
He was
Rev it up.
he was a DJ, but he was a skater. And he dressed like those old 90s skaters with the big baggy pants and the ICP hat
Yeah,
and like you
bro.
know what I mean? So
That's
that was like
part
that,
of the shit, bro.
that was my
Man,
first
My pops was one
Yeah.
of the best DJs in the area.
that was my
That's a
first
fact.
intro
That's a
to
fact.
that was my first intro into hip hop. But what were you saying? Your old man was a DJ?
Yeah, he passed away, but rest
Oh,
in peace.
condolences. Yeah,
Big
for
R.I.P.
sure.
R.I.P.
man.
R.I.P.
DJ Big B, he was one of the best DJs in the area.
Really?
Yeah,
Big
definitely.
facts.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 35.
No.
Yeah,
Dude, I thought you were younger than me. We're 31. I thought you were younger than us.
I'm a young OG, man. I'm a young OG.
No shit.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed, bro. So you're gonna
But-
fucking age very well.
I think he's hitting on you, man. You wanted a
Right,
redneck
right,
girl.
right.
Hey,
A little
you wanted a
bit.
redneck girl,
Fuck,
baby.
you
There
want-
you go.
You want his number after the show or what?
sure, hit me up.
We'll talk after the show.
We'll have you on your own episode.
So I'm living here with B-Rag now. You know, things are good, man.
Lindsay's moved out.
Lindsay's
fucking-
kicked out. The dog's cool.
Nah. Yo, that's
Yo,
crazy.
let's go.
Yeah, see, this is what I gotta deal with
love
all
it.
the time. These motherfuckers.
But yeah, my dad.
What
was-
better way to this
I was
is
born in
beautiful
the
though.
hip-hop.
You get to
dude.
talk and do what you know what I mean?
Me and
you,
him-
you do it anyway. I would
Listen,
bullshit anyway.
so
This is
that's
what we- that's why we
that
came
is
up with
where
it,
the
yeah.
fucking idea of the show came from. And like obviously I do my own thing once in a while, but like the best views that we get and the best compliments that I get is when honestly it's when me and you are fucking just going off because we have a rapport because obviously we hated each other, but we both love to talk.
That shit's
We
still
both
funny to me.
love
And
to
look
talk.
at me. You know what I mean?
I know.
Money
of course,
Mag is
he's
hilarious
beautiful,
too.
so-
baby.
Money
All
Mag
right,
is
so
hilarious.
let me ask you a question, man. What is it that you get nervous about before your
It's just the
podcast?
beginning. It's because
Also, he doesn't really know you guys that well.
right.
So that's
So
like,
like,
for anybody.
it's
to
not
have.
even that I don't know you guys, but like I believe it or not have stage fright super bad.
Yeah.
So when I would play drums when I was in a band and like I would play at shows and shit, I would fucking freak out 15 minutes before the show. I had to get drunk and shit most of the times before shows. But once I'm in the hot seat, we'll say, right?
Yeah.
As you can see, it just goes away. I'm more comfortable. It's that fucking couple minutes of that. The intro, like introducing this shit. It's like, it's so cringy to me to be here and be like, hey, welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. It's so, it drives me fucking nuts. And like,
You ain't got to do all that though.
well, yeah, but it's just, I get shaky and shit and it drives me crazy. I hate it.
Y'all are good at it though. Y'all been doing your thing.
I don't know if you can tell.
Y'all been doing your thing. I watched a couple clips. Y'all had me fucking crying, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I
Y'all had me
appreciate
fucking
that.
Crying.
I mean, this is something that we have been talking about forever. I mean, obviously, like before you got here, you just start talking.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's all you're doing is
just
talking
go into
shit with
old
your friends.
stories and
You're like the nostalgia and like the old school, like just sitting there talking about the old school ways and like how the world has changed and like talking about stories and everything else. And honestly,
almost in a way, this like brings me back. Like,
Right.
I'm not even trying to be goofy, funny, whatever, but like talking with you about the shit, like how, you know what I mean? And like the shit we've all done.
But yeah,
man, it
this
makes
was
me feel
supposed-
like I'm alive again.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the best times of my life, I'm remembering all that shit and being able to share it. Like,
Facts.
and there's shit that I can't even remember, but
when you're,
we did some
I know.
we did some awesome shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
it was just
You
a
know?
way to like, honestly, it was just a way for me, Chris, and Nick to fucking
getting
just
a little
sit
crazy.
here, just to sit here and talk about the crazy shit we used to do.
Yeah.
It's like podcasts.
And you
are-
would probably do that shit regardless.
We'd be
regardless.
sitting
And
here
that's
hanging
what I'm
out
saying.
at,
You
at
would
the
do the
bar,
same shit
or cooking.
anyway.
Like we all cook, we get together. You know, like,
so what a lot of people don't know is our kids are only like months apart. It's
Yeah.
weird.
No doubt.
Like it's
All of
so
us.
weird. We all had kids in the same year.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout
So
Not on purpose.
Not
though.
on purpose.
Like,
It
not
wasn't
like-
planned.
We
It
all,
just
just,
happened.
we all just had sex with crazy women, and then
You two
fucking
and
kids.
what, like
me and
Chris,
me, him, and there's 5 of us. So
Oh, shit.
if we want to break it down, so Nick's son is the youngest, Chris's daughter is the oldest, and then
Okay.
there's my daughter, Bass's daughter, Sean's daughter. So those 3 girls right there were all born in the month of December, 1 week
Damn.
1 week apart.
Wow.
That's 4.
One-
That's
no.
4 girls.
How the fuck did y'all
Bass,
do
me,
that
Sean,
shit?
and Sean.
Cadence.
That's 3. So who's
And
bad
Chris's
at math
daughter.
now? I said Chris's daughter's the oldest, and Chris's daughter was born in September.
Yeah, but you said those 3 girls, so there's 4
Yeah.
girls.
I just said.
$1.80, $2.80, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Just remember
Yeah.
when you're watching this, who said what? Because anyway,
Rewind the tape.
anyway, the girls are there's 3 girls that are only a week apart from each
All right,
other.
he wins. He's right.
So
Either way, that's crazy.
it
I don't
made
know how the hell
it
y'all
made
did
our
that.
friendship so much closer in a way.
Yeah.
The 3 of us anyway, because
Yeah.
some shit happened and we're not as close with everybody else still. But
Y'all was all experiencing some shit like around a
Yeah.
similar
Going through-
time.
we were all
We're
going through
already
shit.
friends for a long
Yeah.
time.
It was
Yeah.
wild.
I feel you.
It was
We all,
wild.
and that kind of split us all up too, because like when you have a kid, man, you think you're gonna be able to hang out with your boys and shit and do all that.
We
but,
did a
like,
good
life
job of
changes,
it.
dude.
Hell
Life
yeah.
changes
Life
crazy.
be lifing.
Do any,
Life
you,
be life.
neither
Life be life, and I
neither of
like
you
that,
guys
yeah.
have kids, do you?
Well, I got 3 kids.
What? This guy just coming out of the woodwork with random ass shit. He's
Why is that so
He's
random,
older than
though?
us. He's got kids. I mean, I don't know. I'm just meeting this guy. So
No, I know.
this is my
Man,
real.
listen,
Like, I
I've
mean,
been rapping forever out here.
well, fucking
We
check
got
him
rap-
out.
Definitely.
Blaze Rap Bully, man. I
We're
don't
gonna
know
link
about
all
that.
your guys' shit in the YouTube page. But anyway, that's
Facts.
wild. I'm not. You know, I wasn't expecting you to say you had 3 kids. That's wild.
Yep, they by a Valley girl.
Yeah, you just said you never been with a country chick.
Well, she moved to Utica.
Yeah, they all do for a little bit, and then they get scared and they
You heard
fucking
him?
run away.
You heard
How
him?
about
I don't know. I
had
sensed a
one,
little bit.
I had one with
Is
the
there like a
Utica
little
chick.
bit of like negative
Whose phone is
connotation?
that?
Not my shit.
Babe.
Hey.
End it. Just hit end.
Oh yeah, it's, bank,
It's all good,
Debt
it's all
collector.
good.
Debt
Stop
collector.
recording.
collectors.
Hold on.
Behind the scene, which I fail. I can tell the love is fake. I'm used to keeping it real. So when the energy is off, then I believe what I closest ones to me is who hurt me the most. I can see through a phony like they turn to a ghost.